yesterday we were talking about the Ritz Oreo cookie cracker that's coming out. So it's Ritz, peanut butter, cream, Oreo, and they're already gone. They're just for yesterday only, which we learned. So you were
Yeah.
trying to make your own, which is half a Ritz peanut butter cracker and then half an Oreo with cream, and you can't find them anywhere.
Nowhere. Like all of my apps, Amazon, Walmart, all of them, none of them have it.
So somebody's posted that they've all been recalled because they were made with Jif peanut butter.
Yeah. That makes
And
sense because there was a huge recall.
yeah. So I'm assuming the ones they gave away yesterday did not have that peanut butter on them.
Or Ritz has like whiskey, they've got like a Ritz storage room where they just keep Ritzes in case of emergency. Like these are our backup Ritz for when we need to get crazy with something, and they busted out the vault.
Well,
We have a national safe where they keep like two or like they keep an abundant of seeds for like all of our foliage in the world in case anything happens. I guess I could see that with Ritz too.
somebody on my social media this morning, that's why I keep looking down, posted that their kid got the salmonella from the peanut butter. Remember, that's why they recalled all those products.
That's right. There's a lot of recalls lately between the peanut butter and the baby formula recall that there was. Man, are we just bad at making stuff again?
We're just bad at stuff.
This is why. Oh, I know.
I saw the third person on my social media this morning getting rid of their Jeep too. It was hard.
In Sacramento.
I think I started a movement because
I think you made it normal and okay to sell your Jeep.
I did. As soon as I sold it, people were like, I can't deal with this money pit anymore, and started selling their Jeeps. They were just waiting.
I know. Gas is ridiculous. Okay, so the conversation of guns always comes up, right? Well, Sacramento, and they got national exposure for this, did a gun buyback program last week where if you brought your gun, for every gun that you let them buy back, they gave you a $50 gift card for gas, right? They ran out. They had so. What's that?
I was wondering how much the gift card was.
Yeah. So $50 in gas. So basically a half a tank if you brought your gun back in for them to buy it back. And they had such a response that they ran out of their gift cards in 45 minutes.
I believe it.
In a world where we can't agree on anything, and that's a hot topic. Gas is so bad right now that they were like, "Ooh, I want to argue this, but also I need a half a tank."
Yeah, because $50 would only give me about a half a tank, and my firearm costs $250. But at this point, I would probably be like, "Meh, I haven't used it ever. Hopefully, I don't have to." But you know what? I will use gas.
I have, and these, I only bought one of these. The rest are all antiques. I've got a rifle from 1904 and a shotgun from 1898. Both belong to my dad and my grandpa. And then for my 13th birthday, I got a little 22 rifle to do target shooting. And I haven't used any of them since I was a teenager. I would gladly be like, here's all three. Give me $150.
$150.
Or I'm going to give away the thing that I got for my 13th birthday that I don't use in a backyard I can't use it in.
Mm-hmm. I told a friend the other day because they wanted me to come visit, and it's an hour drive. I stay down here most of the time. And I said, I can't. Like, gas is too expensive. And they're like, how about I Venmo you some money? And they sent me $60, which I was super appreciative of.
Yeah.
But I immediately wrote back, that ain't enough. I wrote back.
Come on.
What, am I supposed to get to your house?
We're going. We got an Airbnb in Hope Valley that we're going to be at tonight. And I went and got gas this morning, and I have an electric car. But I had a quarter tank left. So 3/4 of the tank cost me just a little over $50. $55, I think. But I mean, with an electric car, my little thing that says how many miles I get is now up to like 525 miles. So I guess that's good. But
yes,
it's insane
yes,
right now.
I know. I paid $6.89 a gallon a couple weeks ago, one spot. And when I got to the tank, because there was no prices, it was a little lake town that I was driving through on my way home. And I saw on the thing that somebody paid like $6.70 for gas and didn't even get a whole tank of gas. And I go, why would somebody buy one tank of gas? Well, because you go to the next town, it's not $6.89.
Mm-hmm. You know where it's really getting me now, and this is kind of how I'm trying to negate it without taking a huge financial hit, is, I do the gig driving. I do the Grubhubs and the Uber Eats. And on
You
Uber, well, I guess on
that
both.
on money, and I was like, not with the Jeep. I can't do it.
What I do now is when I need to get gas, I always do my first 2 deliveries that I get. I always make that my gas money for the night, right? Like I'm going to drive around. I'm going to make money off of that money. And after that, like that's kind of how I have to regulate it. Cause otherwise, if you don't pay attention to it, it'll shoot through the roof.
Did you see the story the other day about the 2-year-old that ordered 31 cheeseburgers from Uber Eats? Is that the funniest part of the story, or the part where the Uber Eats driver was like, "This ain't my problem. Here's their 31 cheeseburger, 2-year-old."
Here's the best part about being a gig driver, right? DoorDash, Grubhub, Uber Eats, whatever one you do, you are not responsible at all for the packaging of the food or for what's in you. Your literal job is just to say, that's for Bob. Thank you. Hey, Bob, here you go. And if Bob looks at you and says, where's my drink? Why is this messed up? I don't know, bro. I'm the driver.
So you don't know what's in the bag? What's in the bag?
What's in the bag?
Because I put in the notes, grab me extra ranch or sauce. Does that not, those notes not come to you? They go to the Jack in the Box or the Taco Bell?
Well, so if you're putting special instructions on the thing that you're buying, like if you're buying a burger and then under the thing where you're clicking burger, it says special instructions, then that goes to the restaurant. If you're getting ready to check out and there's notes to the driver or notes to whoever, that goes to the driver. So if you're looking for extra stuff from the restaurant, really honestly, your best bet is to put that stuff in special instructions on the food, because we do get some of those instructions, but a lot of times we don't see them until we're leaving.
I'm giving you the tip. You should make sure that my stuff is right.
But if it's instructions to the restaurant, I won't see it. And then in the COVID world, they've sealed the bags now. So we can't even open and look inside. We just get a bag. And if there's a drink, I
put it in the driver notes. I feel like, because I'm a big tipper, not an over tipper. I'm a fair tipper. I don't think people are paid enough. I tip well. I like it. It makes me feel good. They're bringing me food. So I think it's their job to make sure I have enough ranch.
And you know what? If you look in it's really about where you leave your note. I have no problem grabbing ranch for anybody. So here's where it gets lost. If anybody's wondering, here's where, if you didn't get the special instruction thing you put in for the driver, here's why.
Oh, I'm wondering, please, because I always put extra wasabi and I never get it.
Yeah. Because what happens is we get the order, right? It comes through, tells us where to go. Like if it was like Fumi Sushi, right? So we go to Fumi Sushi and we pick up the order and we get back in. Once we get back in the car is where we put navigate, and that's where we get your address, and that's where we're heading out. A lot of times those special instructions won't show up until we're in the car navigating to where you are. So like to protect the customer, they won't tell me where you live or where your address is until I have food in hand. So they make sure that I'm not even coming close to your place until I have what it is you asked for. Otherwise, I would have your address and I could just go to your house because.
Okay.
So this actually puts.
That's really good information.
This puts a brake pedal. Go ahead.
I kept Fumi Sushi in business during COVID, just FYI.
I love Fumi Sushi. I think they're great.
I love them. You can order online. If you go to just pick it up I don't know if they still give it to you through the window, because I did it during COVID a lot. And then I moved. But you do it online and they'd give you a % off, and you type in, you get exactly what you want. You just walk up. Dude, they knew who I was though. And I'm like, don't tell anybody. I keep showing up here in my pajamas. And she goes, everybody's here in their pajamas. I love Fumi Sushi.
This is the okay. One last thing on the Uber Eats thing, real quick. Text your Uber Eats driver right away if you have a special request. In that, contact the driver. Do it that way.
But remember, I didn't have that information when I got Jack in the Box the other day. I kept going, how do I message this driver? I think it wasn't until they were at the probably the same thing, until they were at the restaurant picking up the food, I wasn't able to contact them.
Well, they may not too for you because I don't get the order. We don't get the order right when you order. We get the order right around when the restaurant is close to ready to having you pick it up, right? It's all through the computer. So because of where we are versus where we were ordering, you may not have been able to contact the driver because they may not even have assigned it yet.
So you know how we always laugh at you, how the Taco Bell is literally down the street, but you'll still dash it, right? And we've also talked about how extraordinarily cheap my ex-husband is. Let's show how different you two are. So I was leaving Vegas. The kids had to stay at home because he was running a concert. He was in charge of said concert in the park, right? And I said on my way out, do the kids have enough food for lunch? You have work. I'm driving back to California. He goes, they're fine. And I go, well, you can DoorDash whatever they need if they get hungry. And he goes, I would rather leave the concert, pick up what they want, and bring it back than pay those fees. I go, you would rather leave your own show than pay $4 for a delivery?
Meanwhile, I was disc golfing at La Loma the other day, and I was on the back 18, and I DoorDashed with a, hey, just give me a call when you're on Scenic, please. And I left my group to go walk back to the tennis course to pick up a burrito.
And I looked at him and I go, I'll call him and see if I need to DoorDash him something. It's not, don't leave your show.
Hey, there was something I was thinking about.
Explain to me how that's cheaper.
So you were just mentioning a few minutes ago that at Fumi Sushi, they knew who you were. You're like, don't say anything. I don't want people to know I'm here in my pajamas.
They were always wonderful.
This is the difference.
All the time.
This is the difference between me and you. Anywhere you go, you get called out almost immediately. Like anywhere you go, it's pretty easy to tell that you're Madden, right? You got your hair on point. You've got a very distinct voice. You have a very distinct laugh. Like everything about you is like, this is Madden. It's easy to tell. I go somewhere. What do you do for work? I work in radio. Oh, cool. What do you do? I'm a co-host of a morning show called Madden Riley. Oh, what do you do for them? Well, I am one of them. Which one are you? I'm Riley. No, you're not. I promise you I am. No, you're not. I blend in like nobody knows who I am when I go places ever. I'm like wallpaper. I walk in and I mean, I use my first and last name all the time. I'm the only Ian Riley in all of Modesto, right? I'm like wallpaper. If you ever want to be anonymous, just be me.
It's literally why I haven't seen a female doctor in almost 3 years, which is not good or healthy because I can't walk in there without them knowing who I went. And I'm like, I don't want you guys to see all up in my insides. This is crazy. And even yesterday, so I went to a 5th grade class yesterday, and one of the kids in the class, as soon as I started talking, knew exactly who I was. And then when we were leaving, one of the parents picking up the kids, I could hear them going, hey, do you know who that is? And I'm like, because my hair. So they'll look, when we're out, they'll look. You can tell that they're recognizing at first, and they'll look. And then as soon as the laugh comes out, they'll be like, are you Madden?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, if you're watching right now, I'm not talking smack. Like, I enjoy it. Please come and say hi. There's only 2 times that kind of bother me, and it's when I'm picking up my kids from school, which I don't do here in California anymore, and when I'm out to eat. Like, if I'm sitting down at the table eating dinner with one friend or by myself, there's a reason for that. If I'm in a group, come on over. But like I've had somebody come and sit down one time and converse. And then finally, after 15 minutes goes, are you on a date? And I go, yeah. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. My date's all what? He never asked me out again.
See,
Please
again,
don't
the
do
difference between you and I, because I couldn't even tell you where it would annoy me because it doesn't really happen. Because I'm so like I know what I'm a very bland white male. I blend in. I'm like human camouflage, right? So I couldn't tell you where it annoys me. And then also, like, I'm so human camouflage that my current girlfriend now that I've been dating for over 2 months, 2.5, 3 months, right? A month ago, she goes, "Hey, I was kind of going through your Facebook and stuff, and are you like mildly famous? Like, so you're on the radio, on the radio." And I'm like, "What do you think I've been explaining to you this last month?" She goes, "Well, I just thought like maybe like you were like a copywriter or like you got like jokes for them and stuff." I'm like, "No, I'm part of them."
See, you're all I'm part of them, and me, I'm like, I don't know those people. When my
And I was like, "I just got Botox. Can't you tell how surprised I am?"
Dude, I get like when I'm in a group and somebody goes, "Do you know who she is?" And I'm like, "Don't do that to me," because when they say no, it's embarrassing.
See, when
No,
my
I
friends say, "Do you know?" When my friends say, "Do you know who this guy is?" A part of me goes, "Oh my God, oh my God, it's gonna happen finally." Oh, they don't care either.
I think more people recognize Boss Lady than you.
I think you're right. I think you're right. It's, do you know, I've been called out more in Anaheim at Disneyland with a K-Hop sweater on a random trip than I have in my own hometown.
Yep. I believe that.
I was called out on a plane coming back from Hawaii one time. The guy walked by the plane, he goes, "KHOP, mornings with Madden and Riley." I look back, like, "Dude." And he goes, "We listen all the time." I'm like, "Right on, man. Thank you."
When I landed was Disneyland, Orange County, that airport, not even like a airport people fly into like LAX. We flew into Orange County, and a woman met me in the bathroom and started crying about something I talked about on the air. And I'm like, "Oh my goodness." She goes, you helped me get out of a really bad relationship, and I've never met you before, and I just wanted to say hi." And I'm like, "Whoa, this is weird." She was
Yeah.
very nice.
Yeah. But in Modesto, I'll go to a park bench somewhere to like sit down and eat a sandwich. And they're like, "Nope, seats taken. Seats taken." Oh,
No,
I love it.
All right, you guys, Lollapalooza on the air. Are we allowed to talk about what's starting this weekend? Is Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk, and then are we allowed to talk about what's happening next week, or not until next week?
I know that next week we are your summer fun station, KHOP at 95.1.
Perfect. Summer fun station starting next week. Up until now, we've only been your spring fun station.
Right. We were your winter, it's all right station. We're
just the fall okay.
I remember when you were your fall out. That was a long way down, and it hurt station.
Bye.